Hi, so I've been sitting here thinking what can I draw? So I created this brush and I drew this. I drew this with this brush. This with that. Also, I'm hopelessly addicted to Genshin. Send help. Okay, so yes, I did draw this entire thing, using this brush. However, I did create a couple of variations to fit certain needs that arose during the drawing process, because obviously I can't draw everything with one single brush, because especially when it comes to anime, making line art with a broad brush without any pressure sensitivity is gonna be a really bothersome and cumbersome process, and I don't want that. I'm a lazy artist. I work smart, I don't work hard. So you might have noticed that my volume jumped up a little bit. I'm just trying to fine-tune it as I go. So yeah, you can see me having fun in this one, right? I'm doing the line art, something I'm not really used to because I don't usually draw that much of anime, even despite me posting a couple of videos where I actually do like anime boys, anime girls, right? The thing is, I've never done a proper like 2D-ish anime before. But, despite me having fun during this video, as you can see, there is one little caveat, one little mistake that I made during the process of this thing. And this one little thing costed me about 3 hours of extra work that I did not have to do otherwise. So the thing was, I merged color with line art. I don't know why. I did not pay attention. It just happened, okay? It just happened. I'm a dumbass. It's truth. I don't hide it. So, art scenes aside, I have to say I did enjoy this process because breaking out of your comfort zone is always a pleasant experience, so why not? I also have a couple of things to say about the whole shtick of making a brush and then drawing. I think I can do that damn voice cracks. So yeah, I had this idea of making like an entire series where I draw Genshin characters with different crazy, weird brushes. Like I know for a fact that I want to make a Paimon brush, and I kinda want to draw maybe Zhongli, maybe Ningguang, maybe, I don't know, Raiden Shogun, because I got her recently and I'm feeling great about it. Okay, forgive me my boasting, but it's kind of like getting the character that you really want. It's a 5-star, it's really rare, and it's only your last roll, so I audibly screamed when I got it, okay? I'm not gonna hide it. So I got derailed again. I gotta go back to the drawing, to discussing it, telling some maybe interesting stories, maybe interesting things that I learned, or what sort of artist I used as my inspiration, some stylistic choices that I made based on their art. And the artist in question is Kakei. I honest to God don't know how to pronounce their full name because I really can't read kanji. I'm not that experienced or knowledgeable in Japanese language, so I'll leave a link to her channel in the description and a comment at the top comment that I will pin. So go check her out if you have not yet. I know I'm not a big channel, but it's just a nice touch to leave links to the people you were inspired by or who you reference, whose work you reference in your work. It's just let's call it etiquette. Alright? Art etiquette. Okay, we got to the abs. We finally got to the lower abdomen. The one, the dreaded one. I spent so much time making them look crispy, nice even. But I think I failed. I in hindsight, I see that it's kind of okay. It reads kind of okay, but just not the same. I need to do more studies on that topic. And as you can see, I used the lasso tool to make the belt look okay. And I use the brush that goes from big to small depending on your pressure, and I also added a little bit of opacity sensitivity, you can call it that, transfer maybe in some programs it's called, at least it's called that in Photoshop. So using this brush I started lightly, like in the shadow I started lightly, then as soon as I got to the light I started to apply more pressure, and then slowly going back to the soft pressure, because that way you create the sensation of light in the spot where it hits, where it's supposed to hit in your image, and you save yourself the time of actually going over your drawing and re-rendering. Oh no, we cut to the hair. I genuinely don't like how it turned out. There is this kind of thing where it's over-rendered, where, as you can see in the pants, I leave as little strokes as I possibly can to give it sort of a leathery look, and it kind of looks okay to me, but the hair just doesn't look good. And I also decided to light up his skin tone because, yeah, Kaie, I wanted to call him Kaie. I know they're sword brothers, alright? And due to their chemistry in the game, I sometimes can mistake their names. Like, I can swap them around. It just happens. Anyway, so, yeah, Diluc's pale skin, it creates this amazing and a cool contrast between his hair. His hair is just so good, and the contrast between the hair and the body and the face is just, nice. Also, we're about to enter the sword realm. Yeah, I'm gonna render the sword, and I think I did over-render it slightly because it looks a little bit more realistic compared to the rest of the image, but again, I kind of don't know the balance yet. But despite that, it was a pretty pleasant experience overall, I'd say. Even though I spent like 12 hours doing this. Also, you can probably notice by now that there is this timer going on the lower left corner. That's the entire time that I actually been drawing actively. Though I think there was like 1 or 2 stops that I made that slipped through the cracks of speed up process. Also, hello, this is my dog. So, where was I? Right, the sword. So, I over-render it, okay? I know that. I see that, I just can't do anything, I don't know yet how to fix it, I will know in the time, as I draw more and more of this anime thing, maybe more of Genshin, I hope more of Genshin, because I like Genshin, and yeah, I added some emblem of Mondstadt to the chair, throne thing, added some line art where it's been missing, and fixed everything that kinda stood out, didn't look that good, like this, what's it called? It's called the Vision, right? Yeah. Fix the vision, and then I remember that the chair got other handle there, so I worked on that too. I did some fabric to it and just started to simplify hair a little bit and forgot that I did not add line art in more spots. That's basically it. Then what comes next is usually the finishing parts, the finishing touches, like adding some VFX, working on the bird, just, you know, making sure that the image looks as bad, as good as it can. I also tried to reference the original art that comes in the game when I worked on the bird, but I think I kind of over-rendered it too because I don't know how to properly render it. I tried my best, think it works in the context of the image, but I'll do a better job next time. I also added some minor details in the background that I then blurred out to create this illusion that there is some environment going on in the background, you know. And I also gotta say that the recording ends here because I accidentally pressed the record button when I was doing the effect stage. So you can see the final art over here, it's looking like that. I'm sorry it happened, I just did not notice when it happened, so it's out of my control now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, maybe you got some ideas, maybe you got something to say, leave it down in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, you know, for the algorithm, and I hope I'll see you in the next video, whenever that comes out. I hope it's gonna come out in about a week, so yeah, see you later. A little bit too quiet. What am I turning into a King British? Pale skin, it creates this amazing and a cool contrast between his hair. His hair is just so good, and the contrast between the hair and the body and the face is just, nice. What's going on right now? I have no clue. What